we can skip the Lens of Truth because I know all the hidden platforms.
Do you actually know all the hidden platforms?
Hell no.
Oh, he's gonna stop you!
Welcome to Three's a Crowd, the YouTube Let's Play channel.
You almost said the other thing.
We're rusty.
Welcome to Three's a Crowd, the YouTube Let's Play channel that's also a podcast. My name is Nathaniel Kiefer.
Oh. That's not coming.
My name is Thomas Hyde.
No, it is.
Oh
boy.
boy.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Our,
no. What happened?
This episode's
here?
on pause.
Wait.
Pause.
Wait.
I think we're okay. It's fine now.
This episode's off pause.
What happened?
Some funky stuff happened with the TV. Our recording setup. Maybe once we do another screen transition, I guess we're gonna find out. But we got the.
It didn't like that soldier.
Yeah, when we left the town, when we left Clocktown, we actually just got a big picture of an Indian head on our screen. We were getting the test pattern.
They don't show that anymore.
Let's see. Hang on. Okay, it didn't
It just
happen
really
again.
didn't
We're
like
good.
the soldier. All right, so
All right.
what are we doing this time? We're getting a picture of.
I'm getting a picture of Tingle,
I
and
almost
then we're
said
heading.
Data.
Speaking of which, what's our conversation topic for today?
Well, we were going to talk about Star Trek episodes, but then Thomas hasn't seen enough of it, and I'm going back through TNG, so mine is probably going to change because I haven't seen TNG in a long time. And it was really sporadic because it was on UBN 9, so you never really got to see it in chronological order. So now I'm watching it in chronological order. So my opinions on things are going to change. So we're going to talk about characters in TNG, at least early TNG, that we enjoy and appreciate.
Actually, you know what? Surprisingly, my dad's a really big TNG fan. We actually have the entire series on VHS tape upstairs.
Huh.
And I just never watched it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it's also, what is it, 9, 10 seasons?
7.
Well, I don't know if it's the entire series.
one's
There's
longest?
definitely a lot of Star Trek VHS tapes up there. But
I don't know
unimportant.
what 7 seasons was. Right, they're all about 7 seasons?
There's 7. Voyager, DS9, and TNG are all 7 seasons.
Yeah, okay. Is that on purpose, or is that...
I don't know.
Oh, it's my son!
See, this time it worked. Anyway, so...
You
know,
can't recognize his son unless he's flying away.
anyone who's
It
been
could be
watching the
anybody
episodes
else in
know
a
we've
green
been
suit.
trying to get this picture of Tingle for like 8 episodes, so we finally did it. I realized he had to still be in the air to do it, which doesn't make any sense, because you'd think he'd still be able to spot him if you were right up next to him.
I know that idiot attached to a balloon anywhere. That's my son.
I just realized that this guy has half of a model that is flipped
Yeah.
because he has 2 wedding rings on.
Maybe one's a wedding ring and one is like a friendship ring that he has
like
with his
I
best
wear.
bro. Yeah, like
mood
you
ring.
wear. You're one to talk.
Yeah, but my wedding ring is silver and the other one is black, and also Kendra got me that one as well. Kendra got me both of these.
Okay, so his friend also liked silver, as well as his wife.
I didn't know that
Who's Tingle's mom,
Tingle's
then?
dad had a friend.
Tangle's mom is actually the Great Fairy.
Ah.
Actually, no. This is not Star Trek. I appreciate that theory. We can continue on father talk in a little bit.
Tangle's mom is Susan Crusher.
It's like, okay, so back to TNG.
Yes.
Thomas, you're rewatching. You're watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
How are you liking it so far? He's making faces.
I'm not through season 2 yet, which
I'm sorry.
means
Which you're in the rough space.
I will say there
because
is
once you get into season 3, then it really starts flexing.
there is an episode in season 2, which is one of my favorite sci-fi episodes of anything ever.
Why don't you just just you want to move faster? Just place a bomb at your feet, put the shield up, and let it
No,
push.
he doesn't know how to do a Hess, Richard.
Oh, I can. I did it on Karina to go around faster. Also, you can walk backwards and move at double speed.
Yeah, it is faster to walk backwards.
That's nice.
Good thing I'm not playing this. Then it'll go crazy.
But yeah, so far it's been all right. Like, even though a lot of them are like clearly stinkers, it's still pretty enjoyable.
I wouldn't say they're all stinkers.
I said a lot of them, not all. Of them.
That's fair.
But yeah, there's an episode in season 2, Measure of a Man, which is about Data.
It's very
which is-
cyberpunk.
That's why I like it so much. It has a lot of transhumanist and like cyberpunk issues.
What makes a man a man?
I knew that would be right up your alley. When you were telling me about it.
The concept is Data human, and Riker has to go against it, and Picard has to go for it. Like, it's a weird jury. It's not like anything Starfleet or the Federation would actually sanction. It just is a thing that they're doing in this episode.
Yes, exactly.
So Riker's like, oh well, it's not.
And what if he meets your third criteria, even in the slightest bit? What does that make him? I don't know. Do you? Do you?
No, I don't.
Yells around the courtroom angrily.
And it's really nice because the ultimate end of that is he's considered a human. Why? Well, if there's a bunch of him, if there's a bunch of them and we enslaved all of those,
what Picard specifically says is one Data is apologies Data, a curiosity. Once you have hundreds, thousands of them, doesn't that start to become a race?
Wow, when did Patrick Stewart get here? Damn.
My Picard is no good.
It's not no good, Tom. Give yourself a little credit.
My Picard barely good.
But then that turns into, well, if we use them like we do Data, would that not be considered slavery? And Riker's like, well, you got me there. But the idea of, oh, it's what makes a man, and is it the fact that he is a human, or more or less human, based on biology or morals or anything? What makes a person a person?
I think their three criterion were intelligence, self-awareness, and consciousness. I think those were the three. And the only one they couldn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt was consciousness. So.
Well, I mean, then he puts the emotion chip in, and then he's fine. Right? He's basically
I don't know. I haven't gotten to the
again.
part of the
That's
show
like-
where they put the emotion chip in.
That's
That happens in one episode.
That's very late, though.
One episode?
Yeah, one episode.
And then the
that's,
movie.
That's like season 7.
That's true. And then one of the movies.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny. Like in the movie, it's like this big honking like piece of machinery that they have to
Maybe
jam into
Thomas
his
wants to
skull.
watch the movie.
Oh, I stopped listening to him.
Okay. So Thomas, is Data your favorite character then because of Measure of a Man?
My favorite character. I'm hung on my favorite character. I'm gonna say for now Picard, but Data was the other option, and Guinan is quickly becoming very, very much up there.
You like Whoopi Goldberg and her snappy retorts.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that thing you were saying.
I like how Whoopi Goldberg tells Riker not Riker, Wesley to shut up, which is
Everyone likes
great.
So in the episode in question that Thomas was talking about, he was just mentioning it before. Will Wheaton, the character of Will Wheaton on Star
Character
Trek.
of Will Wheaton,
Ensign
played
Will
by
Wheaton.
renowned actor Wesley Crusher.
Ensign Will Wheaton.
Wesley has fallen for his first love, and he's trying to get Riker's help to learn how to talk to a girl. So Riker
And he picks
starts,
the best person for the job.
Riker starts flirting with Guinan, and they're getting like it's really like cheesy, like terrible, but
There's some fire there.
oh, absolutely, but it's still cheesy and terrible.
She can get it.
So they start flirting for a while, and Wes goes, guys, I don't really think this is my style. Guinan just turns to him and says, shut up, kid. Turns back to Riker, leans her chin on her hand and goes, tell me more about my eyes. It's pretty good.
Riker is a character that I appreciate a lot. After he grows a beard and then shaves it off and then grows it back again, it becomes...
I got a roll jump. Okay.
Almost did it. Don't you need the Mask of Truth for this? Or are you trying to do it without the Mask
You
of
have
Truth?
to do it without.
You cross blind with the feathers, and then on the other side you get the
Eye
lens of truth.
Yeah.
Then what do we get the Mask of Truth for?
The Mask of
To
Truth
talk
is
to
for a side
stones.
quest.
To talk to the stones or whatever.
I get a roll jump.
But I'm on an ice block as well. So.
Oh, they're ice.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Be careful.
Be careful or... Uh-oh.
my god!
And they fade!
God,
Run.
I didn't know that!
Okay, now it's...
Now it's
No,
impossible.
it's not. It's over. See where those trees are moving? Oh, yeah, you changed the camera. It's to your... Yeah, down, like... Yeah, that way. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
And now the Z target towards the... Yeah, it's like... You're almost... Wait, Z target... Yep.
This way?
It's slightly to the right of that blue ice pillar.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, yeah. And
This is giving me anxiety because I don't like
I can't... Okay, I
falling.
think it's slightly to the left of that other ice
I think
pillar
it's straight
in the
ahead.
background.
I think it's straight ahead.
Damn it. I don't think it was straight ahead, but I'm amazed we got that far.
That
good.
was
That was cool.
incredible.
Anyways, go on, Thomas. I'll figure this out.
Damn, what the heck was I talking about?
I thought I was saying something about Riker.
You
Oh,
were,
you were.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like Riker.
Talking about how he's like
Uh,
Samson, but all his power's in the beard.
Yeah, like once he gets the beard and like keeps it for the rest of the show, he becomes the best character. Easy. Not only is he a spacefaring kiss boy that needs to fuck to live, he's just a really strong character. I appreciate what the
Yeah,
writers have
you know,
done
you
for
really
him.
make him sound like a strong character.
I appreciate the choices that they've made for his characterization and how his relationship with everybody on the ship changes over time. And
the spot I was before.
then at the end of the
Thanks, Owl.
at the end of
No,
the show,
it's to
I
the-
think he is
it's to the
really.
right.
I think he has a really good send off that completes the arc that he's on.
Here's where we can find out if Richard was right. Go straight.
Yeah.
Correct, not right. Right is the direction.
No,
Ooh, Rich was wrong.
Which was wrong.
I didn't see
He
it.
was literally
so.
guessing anyways, so.
I was. You're right. You're correct. Yeah, I like Riker. I think Riker's good.
I don't dislike him, but I haven't gotten to the point yet where I find Riker to be a character I really connect
Well,
with.
Oh shit.
I
Like
think perhaps in the future.
Like I always say,
This is
Riker
ridiculous. I've
is a
never had
liker.
problems with this before, ever.
Riker's a liker.
That's pressure I'm on camera.
And
That's why.
Nathaniel,
Yeah,
how about I
it's-
take that off your hands?
it's LP
and you
tags.
can talk about who you like
Okay.
while I
Wow.
do a jump puzzle.
Wow. I've beaten this game 4 times, but you wouldn't know it from the way I'm doing this jump thing. Okay, anyways, 100%ed it 4 times too. Little lawn jump
turn,
there,
turn, turn, turn.
Mario tactics. Make sure you get the last feather.
It
Oh, it was
directly
straight ahead.
forward.
Yeah, one straight ahead. We just didn't
Ooh,
jump.
Richard.
We just didn't
you've
jump
known it.
on the right
You've
angle.
known it!
Good.
That means we, like, just passed it.
Here you go,
Yeah.
bud.
Each time.
I must have just passed it. Yeah. Thanks, man.
No worries.
Yeah, that was LP text
that
because
was
we weren't
Riker
paying
then?
attention. Yeah, talk about
Okay.
your favorite character.
So what did you settle on? You were Han, right?
Oh, well,
mine's
I-
100%.
I
It's
actually,
Thomas.
yeah, I said Picard. I never said any reasons why, but
Yeah.
Richard started talking about Riker, so you know, which
You
is
got distracted,
reasonable.
and
No,
I was
it's
told to
reasonable.
talk about Riker.
Picard, like, does anyone really need a reason why they like Picard? It's pretty obvious.
I don't think
He's
so.
he's the ethicalist.
I was gonna say a spoiler for a movie that Thomas might not watch.
Oh, that's okay. Tom Hardy plays his clone.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
Nemesis.
in Nemesis. So after he gets assimilated by the Borg, the Borg use Picard's DNA or
It's the
whatever they
Romulans. What are you
do.
talking
What did
about?
I say?
You
The
said
Borg?
The Borg.
Whatever. They get his DNA somehow.
Wait, he got
And-
assimilated by the Borg? He
He-
got he
It's
got
a
assimilated by the Romulans?
It's a big deal.
I'm
So
confused.
the
Yes,
Romulans
that's
are like,
not
we're gonna
spoiling.
clone
Richard,
Picard.
Richard, just never mind. Go watch Nemesis, Thomas.
It's bad.
It's
It's
a
the
horrible, It's a
worst.
horrible movie, but Tom Hardy's in it.
I
like
have-
Tom Hardy plays baby Picard.
I have a lot of other Star Trek to watch.
You have better Star
Dude, there's
Trek to
like-
watch.
You have
Good
so
Star
much
Trek
better
to
Star
watch.
There's
Trek
like
to watch.
20 some episodes a season, and they're all like an hour long, 45 minutes, whatever. And there's 7 seasons. I've just got a lot of stuff to watch. You know?
And
So-
and
Yeah,
you're
you got a lot to
slogging
do.
you're slogging through the first 2 seasons of it, which season 1 is not good because Q stuff is unbearable.
Not gonna lie, I skipped the second half of season 1.
So did
Okay.
I when I was rewatch.
I didn't even bother with season 1 when I rewatched.
Oh my god, it's a ghost. Oh, I thought he had 2.
Yeah,
like,
you have to stand 2 feet back or he won't talk to you.
it's his
Special
ghostly
space.
curse.
Maybe he has like a weird, like really big hitbox, and for some reason you can't speak to him within the hitbox. I don't know.
From within the hitbox? Yeah, that makes sense.
Why'd you turn the rose-colored glasses off? He has a shadow. Do ghosts have shadows?
I was literally talking about this.
Fun science fact
Yesterday.
in real life. Ghosts have shadows. Trust me.
I was literally talking about this to somebody yesterday. They were like, "Oh man, I feel like there's a ghost in the house." I'm like, "All right, cool. Make a lot of noise. If you don't get attacked, ghosts aren't real."
I,
but they were like,
think
they'll
that
be
might
able to fight.
I think that might be grizzly
They were-
bears.
They were like, I'm calling him on the phone. It's Olivia. I'm like talking to her on the phone. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. Ghosts don't reel. And the way that I know,
Ghosts don't reel.
so
The way that I know is I'm dead and not a ghost. What?
no, I was like the way that I can justify her being not afraid of ghosts is, all right. So you know how ghosts are transparent / translucent. Yeah. Well, you know how the human eye works. Sort of. All right. Well, the light goes in and it bounces around, and your rods and cones and stuff sort that out, right? Yeah. Well, imagine that it's passing through everything at the same time, and ghosts are all effectively just blind.
Wow, I'm so bored by this explanation that I don't even...
This is like a season 1 episode of Star Trek.
Essentially, you're saying the ghost's eyes don't work because the light doesn't stop?
They can't find you, yeah. That's the same reason why nobody would be able to see if they were invisible.
This is so ridiculous. Because...
It'd be the problem
No.
if you had invisibility as a power, a superpower. The light would pass through everything, and you'd be blinded.
This is his problem with ghosts. Ghosts don't exist because if they did, they'd be blind? I don't...
It's just a little thing that I could have said in order to make her feel like they were more ridiculous than what they
Okay.
thought
We're
they
all
were.
7 years old.
Yeah, I was
only freaking out.
gonna say, you know what would make her feel
So
better
she
about
was-
the fact that there's a ghost in the house? You say, you're a fucking adult. Stop.
That's what I was doing. That's what I said eventually, because the reason she was scared is because there was a music box in the house that was going off.
Oh yeah,
I
there
wait-
actually is a ghost
Wait,
there.
I found the music box. Do you know what song was fucking playing?
It's a small world.
It's a
after
small world!
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
It's the only. That's
It's
where
the only one.
ghosts live, in a small world after all.
And I said, this is not scary.
It had
This
to
is
be
the
out
most...
of imagination.
This
from
is
Willy
the
Wonka.
most annoying song in existence.
No, Richard, I will give her this. If it was 3 a.m. and you're half asleep and it was pitch black, that might have been scary.
She was alone in the house.
Was it 3 a.m. and pitch black?
It was like
Yeah,
7
no excuse.
o'clock.
Unless there was also a porcelain doll next to the music box, in which case, yes, there.
Well, it
there
had like a
is.
cat on it. It's a weird cat.
There was a cat
That's
on the music
like
box?
attached to the music box. Also,
The cat
Like
was
taxidermied or
it's like a figurine.
a figurine?
Yes, a figurine.
A figurine.
That sounds like a Star
a-
Trek race.
It's there's
Yeah,
actually
figurines.
there's actually a there's actually a Funko Pop attached to the music box of the Cheshire
You
Cat.
know what? I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, has the laptop died?
No, it didn't die. The screen just does this sometimes.
Cool.
There we go. We're still okay.
Anyways, I think that is probably about the end of the episode.
Probably.
Probably.
About 10 minutes ago, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, the first 10
I
minutes
didn't
of it
even
are
talk
going to
about
be.
my favorite TNG character.
Who's your
Go ahead.
favorite
Go
TNG
You
ahead,
guys
go
have
ahead,
a
go
fucking
ahead.
ghost for like
Go-
20 minutes.
Go ahead.
My favorite character is
Ghosts are
Data.
stupid.
You can see him. He's not a ghost.
Are you sure?
If you're alone in the house at 3 a.m., Data can't get you
No, he can.
because
He's real.
Brent Spiner isn't real. He's an android.
But he can just get you.
I'm gonna get you.
Because, yeah.
In accordance to in the measure of a man, Data's no longer a robot.
That's
and
right. In
therefore he
Measure of a
doesn't
Man,
have
they
to-
rule him as a ghost. And in that case,
I was gonna say he
Damn,
doesn't
I
have
need
to
to-
follow the rules of being an android anymore. He can just start killing people.
I need to watch the alternative scenes because this episode sounds lit.
It's the Treehouse of Horror episode. Data just starts killing everybody.
Anyways, I was gonna say I think Brent Spiner's an amazing actor, very underrated.
He hates Data.
He hates Data.
Does
that's
he
okay.
really?
Yeah,
He hates
really
hates
loves
Data so much because it's all anybody ever wants to talk about.
He did an interview one time, and it was the best thing ever. And the guy's like immediately brings up Data, and you can see Brent Spiner just his heart sinks.
All right,
he has
so
this look on his face, and he's just like, "Go ahead," and he's like, "So why do you think you got the part?" And he was like, "Read the lines well, got the audition."
man, to be
So,
oh man, I feel almost
feel
bad
bad
for
for him.
saying it. What else did Brent Spiner ever do?
He was in Independence Day. He was that scientist who gets possessed by the aliens.
Yeah, the one that doesn't matter, who has the long hair and looks like Paul Cross.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That was Brent Spiner?
That was
Yeah.
Brent Spiner.
Are we sure that Paul Cross isn't Brent Spiner?
The fuck? You just blew my... I can't believe that's Brent Spiner.
Meaning he's right next to Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith, I guess.
Do you remember that alternate ending of Measure of a Man where
She gets possessed by aliens?
hang on, no. Where
What is this going to be?
where she actually does rule him property, and then at the end of the episode he looks in the camera and hits a big vape and says, "You can't decide that for me. I'm taking you all down," and it actually launches the spin-off series where Data's like a rootin' tootin' kind of like outlaw in the stars and takes on Starfleet on his own.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Remember, the most important part is his catchphrase where he hits a vape and he goes, "I'm more of a man than you'll ever be." I don't know
Measured.
I don't know why I decided on a vape, but I just keep picturing in my mind Data hitting a vape, and it's very good.
Thomas, if I could pause it. He doesn't have a vape. He is the vape.
He just puts his finger in his mouth and sucks on his finger and then shoots out a bunch of vapor cloud.
He's got it built in. Why did we install such a thing? Well, the captain really likes it. Data? Oh. Ah, yes. Blow that fat cotton.
I've decided that this year we're taking the vape team to nationals. There's no way any of the other ships in Starfleet will be able to compete with our big puffies.
We have turned Data into a chunky ohm blast.
A big chunky lightsaber. Bad. Alright, this episode has to end for real.
Where did you get the Goron mask?
You,
Did
were
you
paying
literally just
attention,
get
but yeah, I
Yeah,
healed
didn't you-
Armani's soul, and he
Didn't
turned
you
into
see the
Max.
cutscene? There were a bunch of dancing dead Gorons, and then
Is that
and
what
then he
those
put on
were?
the mask, and the Goron spirit heard us talking about Captain Picard ripping a fat vape off Data's finger and started screaming.
And yeah,
That was my fan fiction.
Yeah, just like this. Put the mask back on.
yeah. So this is
He takes a big rip off of Data's finger.
Oh, there's the smoke!
End of episode.
and boom, we're done.
Oh,
And
we need a words
thank
of
you,
wisdom.
Yeah, thank you for listening. And here's our words of wisdom.
I'm taking the vape team to nationals.
Picard's invisible, so he can't hurt you.
Or apparently
Data was-
see anything.
Oh, sorry. Data's visible.
Patrick Stewart is blind, so he can't hurt you.
You
'cause he's a ghost.
motherfuckers are killing my Lily!
You've seen that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Oh my god.
Shit.